pea sticks? What?
When you find out, surprise! The little plus sign, but then you're not really sure, like, is that plus sign pregnant? Or so you're crazy, and then you go back to the pharmacy and then you buy the one that literally says the word pregnant or not pregnant, because you need to see the physical word to know if it's true. Hello everybody! It has been a hot minute since I made a video, and I'm so excited to start a new chapter of videos and a topic I have never talked about. I found out on May 23rd that I'm pregnant, so it wasn't a surprise. It was a surprise how fast it happened, but it wasn't a surprise. We were trying. I can't fake it.
How do you...
That's why I didn't make up all my symptoms. They're real.
How did you... I thought you had to do it in the morning.
And of course now that's a whole new experience for me, and I was quite sick and very tired for the first trimester, so I really wasn't myself. I wasn't training. I basically ate carbs and slept for 3 months. So hence all the throwback photo shoot pictures on Instagram and the lack of updates for the Olympia. Obviously that's going to be a little bit different for me this year, but I'm feeling better and I'm back to myself, and so I'm so excited to make these videos. I've learned so much in 3.5 months about babies and pregnancy, and I mean, I thought I knew a lot, but I didn't know that much at all. So a lot of it I wish I would have known before getting pregnant, and so I'm excited to make these videos to help new moms and parents who are thinking, or parents to be who are thinking about getting pregnant. Hopefully my experience and the knowledge I've learned can help you. So I want to kind of start from the beginning and talk about just getting pregnant. I didn't know a lot. I don't know if they explained a lot of this in sex ed or if I just wasn't paying attention or what, but there's so much to do with the mechanics and everything that I had no idea about. So we were trying, and first of all, I have to start by saying this. Trying to get pregnant is the worst thing in the world. Now again, this entire video is going to be my experience, my opinion, my thoughts, but it was awful. Like, my husband and I hated it because we were learning about getting pregnant and best methods and all this kind of stuff, and so, you know, you learn that really you have 2 days in a month that you are fertile. Granted, I did learn that apparently sperm can live up to like 3 days. So, you know, if you were to do the deed a couple days before your fertile window, it could still happen, but really you have 2 days in a month. And that's freaking stressful. Like, if you're actively trying to get pregnant and you know that you have 2 days and it's like, okay, 2 days, go time, let's go. That's a lot of stress. And so, yeah, no wonder people have a hard time getting pregnant. Like, my God, you know, you always hear the stories about people who got pregnant when they were really young and they didn't mean to, and it was an accident, or, you know, you went on vacation and it was just fun times drinking and then, oops, got pregnant. Well, yeah, it makes so much sense to me now because you're not stressing about it. You're not thinking about it. Like, it just happened. So that's something moving forward, if we have a second one, that I definitely want to think about next time. So we were using an app. I was tracking everything. This app tracks the last time you had your period, and it tracks like the days that you have sex, and it tracks everything. This thing it stalks you too. Like, it'll be like, your fertile window is coming up, so, you know, better be doing the deed. And you're like, oh my God, like, leave me alone. So, you know, you get to these 2 days in the month and it's like, all right, babe, like, let's go. And my poor husband is like, whoa, what? Like, I have a time limit? Like, what is this? And it freaking stressed him out, and then it stresses me out, and then it stresses him out more because he doesn't want to disappoint me, and it's like, it's this big stressful event. So we were doing it that way because, you know, I didn't know anything about getting pregnant, so I tracked everything. And next time if we did it, I would maybe not track so, you know, hard and kind of just try and let it happen, because it definitely ruins like intimacy and sex in general. It definitely makes it a science experiment and less fun, because you know that you have a goal that you're accomplishing. It's not just for the sake of doing it. It's like there's a mission involved, and if it doesn't happen in these 2 days, you have to wait 30 days for it to happen again, and that was really stressful. So I think next time we wouldn't maybe track as hard, and just, if it happens, great, it happens. So that was interesting, and I mean, it worked, obviously, but one thing that I found out, and this was actually thanks to my cousin, and holy, now that I can talk about being pregnant, I'm telling everyone. So she told me about this thing called Fertility Acupuncture. I had never heard of it. I've never done acupuncture, period. So I was like, okay, what is this voodoo magic? And she just explained to me, it's just acupuncture, but it's where they put the needles in that they're targeting your baby maker, and, you know, that whole situation. So turns out I talked to a few people, and a girlfriend of mine went and got it done. My cousin told me about it because she had a friend who couldn't get pregnant for a long time, and all the tests came back that there was nothing wrong with them. They should be able to get pregnant. So it's probably just stress. Like, getting pregnant is very stressful. So they probably just, it didn't happen because they thought about it too much and they were too stressed. She went and did fertility acupuncture, next month got pregnant. My cousin went and did it with her second, next month got pregnant. So we had been trying for 2 months, and then my cousin told me about this, and I thought, okay, well, I got $500 a year for acupuncture because of extended medical, so whatever, why not? Like, it's free anyways, might as well try it. And I'm petrified of needles. Like, I will get my ribs tattooed all over again for 5 hours, but after I get a blood test or a shot, I'm like, no. But all of a sudden when it's like, okay, but this is to make a baby, it's like, okay, I'll try. So sure enough, I go for the acupuncture. It doesn't hurt at all. Granted, I didn't look at the needles because that probably would have freaked me out, but doesn't hurt at all. It's a very weird experience. It's very relaxing, but it's this weird, like, she puts in all the needles, and I went to Living Wellness in South Surrey. I went to a girl named Reagan. She was amazing. I think she's also a doula, so she knows lots about babies. And so I would go, she would put in all the needles, and so when she was doing it for fertility, they went in my feet and they went in my legs, a couple in my stomach, one in my head, and I guess that's where they're supposed to go. But so basically the premise behind it is, she said it sends energy and white blood cells and just like healthy vibes, basically, like, to your baby maker. But it's also very relaxing, so you're extremely relaxed. So she puts the needles in. You just get this like euphoric high that comes over you. You're just so relaxed. I fall asleep for like 40 minutes, and then she comes back and wakes me up, and then I go home. And so I went once, and then same week did the deed and got pregnant that week. I didn't know at the time, but now looking back and seeing all the track days and you know, just seeing what my schedule was like, yeah, that totally worked. So it was also because my app that I was using miscalculated my 2 fertile days. It told me that they were going to be Friday, Saturday, and that was not correct. So my hubby and I had done the deed earlier in the week. I went for fertility acupuncture, and then it did it again, and it worked. And so there was no stress involved when we had sex that week because I wasn't thinking about it. I thought, well, my fertile days are Friday, Saturday, so, you know, whatever. This is just because you know, he's my husband and I love him. And that's what we do. And so I wasn't thinking about it. He wasn't thinking about it. We weren't stressed. I had just done the fertility acupuncture like the day before, and perfect storm, it worked. So if I could give any advice to anyone who's trying or going to be trying, go for fertility acupuncture, especially if you have it covered under extended medical. Why not? It costs nothing. Like, you get reimbursed for it, so who cares? So try that out. That's amazing. And yeah, if you can, like, have an understanding about, because I had no idea when I ovulated. Like, some women say they just know. I had no idea. So I was using the app to educate myself because I was clueless. But I would just say, like, you know, try and educate yourself and know enough about your own chemistry to know when things are going on. But if you can, try not to track everything so specifically and like to the day, because honestly it just causes so much more stress for both sides, and it really just kind of makes it less fun and ruins it, because it just becomes a science experiment that's stressful instead of just, you know, doing the deed and then it works. So that would be my 2 cents for the beginning, getting pregnant. I have so much more to share about now. I'm 14 weeks, so I'm into my 2nd trimester, and this, I have been told, is the best trimester because it sounds like it's crappy and then it gets good and then it gets crappy again. So right now I'm in the good, and I'm excited to continue sharing videos about training and what happened in my 1st trimester, now how I'm feeling in my 2nd trimester. Lots and lots to share, so stay tuned. Continue to follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can keep on my journey, and hopefully I can give you some information that will be useful to you.
What do you mean? How? What? What do you mean? When?
I even went and bought a different one because I didn't know what the lines meant on the one I bought.
When?
When you left.
When did you get peonies?
Today, when you left.
I thought you can't.